Hi, Gail Howarth here with another episode of the Sandhill Cranes of the Lakehouse. There hasn't been a whole lot to report on the Sandhill Cranes. They're mostly just eating. That's not very exciting. We have about 2 more weeks before the eggs hatch. This is their third and likely final try for colts for this season, so let's keep our fingers crossed. So I've been trying to think of some interesting things that I could do while the cranes are not all that exciting. And I thought I might occasionally come out here on the lake in my kayak and just do some clips from the kayak. So this is going to be called Clips from the Kayak. Tonight, I don't know what we're going to see. It's late in the evening, sunset will happen. Perhaps we'll have a beautiful sunset we can watch. The one thing that you can see in the background right now is a Canada Goose, and they had their babies yesterday. So they hatched yesterday. They've been out swimming in this small area, just practicing. And I was hoping to see them up close, but they're down for the night, and I'm just going to leave them alone. So like any good parent, they can get a little aggressive if you get into their territory. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the camera, and when I find something exciting, I'll go ahead and turn it back on and we'll show you clips from the kayak. What you're looking at right now is the nest where Billy and Rosebud laid on their second batch of eggs. This is just a little clump of ground surrounded by water. It seemed like the perfect location for them to nest because they would be able to hear the predators whenever they approached. But apparently that didn't work for them. I was hoping for them to come back to this spot because I could see it from the house very easily. Now you may think that you see a broken shell there. That is not what that is. That is actually a clam shell. I suspect a raccoon actually brought it up here to sit and feast. That's just another view of the nest where they were living and laying on eggs for that second group of eggs. Up in front of me, I'm seeing 2 white mounds. You'll see that there's a sign that is kind of sticking up right in front of them. Well, there were 2 trumpeter swans that were hanging out here on the lake earlier today, just swimming around. And I'm thinking that might be them. And so it's going to be interesting as we approach them. Trumpeter swans don't typically live here at the lake year-round or seasonally either. I have had mute swans that have decided to call this home for many years, but the trumpeter swan is actually native to Michigan. The mute swans are not native and are very aggressive and not very nice birds. Trumpeter swan has a really interesting call. I'm not even going to try to do the call, but it looks like we're going to be able to get pretty close to these guys, and that's pretty exciting for me. I hope it is for you too. What a treat. Well, that's something to be grateful for right there. Not something you see every day here at the Lakehouse. You can also hear crane calling on the left-hand side. The sun's about to go down over the tops of the trees. We'll try to back up and get a good sunset. Looks like a fairly unspectacular sunset, but it's always such a great way to end the day, to be out here on the water when the sun goes down. It never happens enough. Thanks for joining me on the Sandhill Cranes of the Lakehouse.